Good evening, everybody, and welcome to BBC World News. I am Darren Lee, and tonight we'll be bringing you some news from Australia and South Asia. In India, we'll tell you on how the government has found a way to stop polio. Ian is there to bring us the story. Thank you, Ian. Now we go to Justin for the weather.
So it's a lovely day here in Australia. You know, we only have these warm days in the north. Down south, it's a lot colder. Australia is one of the driest countries on earth, with average rainfalls of less than 600 millimeters. Now for some city temperatures. In Sydney, we have average temperatures in the summer of 26 degrees Celsius. In the winter, we have average degrees of 16 degrees Celsius. In Melbourne, we have average temperatures of 26 degrees Celsius and in the summer, and we have average degrees of 14 degrees Celsius in the winter. We have a special segment today in our weather where we talk about our native foods. Now, Australian foods are mostly modern to what the world has today, but some specific foods would be Vegemite, a food paste with vegetables and spices. And there's also a traditional cake called pavlova that has been modified throughout the years.
Thank you, Justin. We'll be back with you after these messages. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to BBC World News. When we last left off, we found out how India had managed to defeat polio. Now, in Australia, they have found gold in their eucalyptus trees. We have our reporter Jeff Cook to report on this. Okay, Darren, so it turns out that these very leaves have been confirmed by scientists to actually contain gold in them. The reason why this happens is because here in Australia, the trees have to dig down roots very deeply to get as much moisture as they can since the soil is quite dry. And in the process, the roots hit gold deposits, and when that happens, the gold goes up the roots into the tree and eventually into the leaves. This does work for minerals other than gold, including zinc, copper, and uranium. However, that's not a good idea to mine them because some of them are actually proven to keep the trees stable, and there really isn't enough gold to make a profit out of this, so we're not going to be mining any trees. Thank you very much, Jeff. Now we have something very special for you tonight. We have the Prime Minister of Australia on phone, Tony Abbott. Welcome, Tony.
Hey Darren, thanks for having me.
So, Tony, I was interested in some of the issues that you have in Australia. Are you okay with discussing them with me?
Yeah, sure. What questions do you have?
So there are a couple of issues that I'm aware of. Could you tell me first about alcoholism?
Well, alcohol has a complex role in Australian society. Most Australians drink alcohol generally for enjoyment, relaxation, and sociability. However, a substantial proportion of people drink at levels that increase their risk of alcohol-related harm.
How about bullying?
Well, with bullying, we've set up a national day of action against bullying.
And I think this may or may not be unique to Australia, but what about online gambling? I heard that's kind of a big thing.
Well, Darren, under the Interactive Gambling Act, Parliament established a regulatory framework which makes it an offense to provide certain interactive gambling services to a customer physically present in Australia. The prohibited interactive gambling content under the IGA includes services that are often described as online casinos and usually involve using the internet to play games of chance or games of mixed chance and skill.
Wow. Okay, just one last thing. How about racism?
Well, we have a big thing called cyber racism. It's most commonly defined as racism which occurs in the cyber world. It includes racist content, images, or language which occurs on the internet, such as racist websites, as well as in text messages, emails, or on social networking sites. Wow, thanks for sharing all that information with us, Tony. Hope to see you again soon. No problem, Darren.
And now we go on to Tyler for sports.
Hi, I'm Tyler here with the sports news from Australia. Popular sports today include cricket, with tournaments like the Cricket World Cup, rugby with the National Rugby League, and soccer with the Australian Football League. Cricket is a ball and bat game, played with 2 teams of 11 players on the field. The sport is similar to baseball, but is played with a bigger bat. Today we have Steve Wow here with us to talk about the latest sports achievements. Hi, Steve. Pleasure to have you here today.
Pleasure to be here, Tyler. What'd you want to ask me?
I'm here to ask you what's on the minds of many people nowadays. What is Steve gonna do next?
Well, Tyler, I've been thinking maybe becoming a coach one day. I've been talking with some of the national coaches. I'm thinking maybe I have a chance of becoming one.
Alright, so Steve, you've been playing cricket practically your whole life. How does it feel now to be finally retired?
Well, Tyler, on one hand, it feels relaxing not having to worry about the other players or the game. But on the other hand, I miss the joy of playing cricket.
So you've been named one of the best cricket players multiple times over your career. How do you feel about this?
Well, Tyler, it feels good to be known as one of the best cricket players. But I have to say, Tyler, it feels really feels like such an honor to be known as one of the best along with all these other great cricket players.
Alright, well thank you for that. That's all we have today.
Alright, it's good seeing you, Tyler.
And you too, Steve.
Now we go on to talk about the various cultures that you can find in Australia.
Hi, I'm Tyler here with the religion from Australia. Australia has 66% Christian, 2% Buddhist, 2% Islamic, 1% Hindu, 7% other religions, and 22% no religion.
Alright everybody, that is it for tonight, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm Darren Lee, and you have watched BBC World News.
Top Gear's Top 10 Totals. Number 10.
Didn't do well at all, did it?
9. 8. 7.
I may have overcooked that a bit.
6.
That should do it.
5. 4. Three. Two.
That's toast!
And the number one Top Gear total. Don't miss all new episodes of Top Gear every Monday at 9, 8 Central on BBC America.
And you too, Steve.
I like trains.
Well, you're gonna be hearing him in the video.
Dude, that guy's going fast.
Fast going and speed, alright.